Have you ever been in a wreck that wasn't your fault, only to get into another wreck on the same day? I know I have, but how did I get here? What is this place? And what in the world is that? Hi, I'm David, and he's Steven, and we are Sharpe Talon Racing. Today we're at Gateway Kartplex to take on their Ignite Series and debut our team in our new Ignite race karts. Listen to this. Ah, what music! But our goal as rookies is to see how we compare to our heavy class competition. So just how fast are we? Yeah, not that fast, but that's okay, because we have an Ignite Series champion on our side. Meet Bobby Krug. He's a Formula 4 race winner and owner of his own racing services company. With his wisdom behind the wheel, we're more than ready to learn from the best.
So now I've got to figure out how I can improve North Pole, because I know I had some laps where it felt like how I used to do North Pole, and I had other laps where I don't know if I was overthinking it, I don't know what was going on.
In iDrive, you learn this thing of like floating a lot of speed in there, so you look good. It's an iDrive line on entry, but then you murder the back half of it. I don't care if you're a mile or two slower on entry.
Yeah.
If you hit this part right, you're fast a mile or two faster at that section.
That's kind of how I'm trying to do it. I'm gearing myself up towards that left front touch curve so that I have that best exit out.
If you've got a good line, speed will come. If you try bringing speed into a corner and you don't have the line down, the speed is irrelevant. Like, for example, like that one lap that you washed out really wide here on your exit curb.
Yeah.
You're really not practically to full throttle until you get to that point because the kart's so bound up.
And that's important, because this lesson prepared us for our first qualifying session, one that would decide where we would start for our first race of the season. And boy, did we give it our all.
Damn it! Why is it like this? Good. What the hell did you do out there?
I finally got some room. I finally got some room. Get out of the group, and
The draft helped him out. He was in a freight train of like 3 or 4 karts pushed in the air in front of him.
Yeah,
So your
right
fast
at the
lap came from that.
that too.
So this thing on the grid took off, whereas my old engine was just kind of bug, and then once it got going, it'd go. This one just off the grid, even with my heavy ass, just noom.
You know, there's a lot of people that don't even get to ever be up in the top 2, top 3 like that. You're there on your first day.
Yeah. It's more or less just it's getting more confident, really, and just being more prepared and just being ready when the time comes for it.
Killing it, man.
Well, this is it. Let's make the most out of it. 15 laps in their extended turn 3 layout. Hopefully I'll get a good finish today. Just keep it clean and I'll be happy. All right then, here we go. Oh, somebody's spinning. Give him Oh. So much for a clean race.
I don't even know where I finished. I just got caught up in that wreck.
Yeah.
I had nowhere to go, and as soon as I found an opening and got rolling again, I just did what I could.
Turn 1 strikes.
No, that's just part of racing. A lot of that was outside of my own control. I'm not going to be angry too much about that.
I mean, it sucked I went a lap down, but I didn't go a lap down till toward the end of the race, so there's that to look at.
Like I said, it could have been worse.
You did all you could, man. That's all you can ever do.
Thankfully, my car wasn't damaged from that wreck, which is great because I need to redeem myself, and I know exactly how to do it.
Top 5 for your first one is a victory, really. So you got this.
Oh, he spun on his own. Is he coming back? Yes he is. Better be careful around him, because he might spin again. Now let's race. Oh! Not again.
I knew this was going to be you see that, and then boom. That's how it happened.
Someone upset?
Yeah, the guy ahead of me is a bit upset right now.
I'm sure he'll understand.
Yeah, it was
I saw the blue flags enough that I was like,
You
he's
have
got to be
to.
right behind me.
You have to.
I hate the idea that I have to let up. It's like, fine, throw my
We're
face
gonna
even
crash into you.
It was a hard knock lesson, but that's not to say that we didn't have fun. Unlimited was fun learning how to race our karts and knowing where their limits are, but we couldn't have done it without the folks at Bobby Krug Racing Services, Margay Racing, and the Threadshed Custom Embroidery Company helping us grow our racing journey. One that we hope to build into a multi-car operation in the years to come. But for now we need to focus on our next Ignite race, and we don't have to wait long.